Howdy, friend. Welcome to Homegrown. I'm your host, R.P. Smith. I'm certainly glad to get a break in the weather before heading out on another road trip. I very much appreciated being invited back to Sterling, Colorado last week to speak to the Northeast affiliate of the Colorado Cattleman. The trip home took about half the time that the trip down did. I'm always amazed at the difference between driving 40 and 75. Then I made a chilly trip into Broken Bow last Saturday night to speak to the Highway 2 National Scenic Byway Annual Conference. Don Schott has shared the stage with me for that show, and we had a good visit afterwards in his rig, waiting for my rig to get warmed up. This morning, my friend Jake Riley and I are making our way back from Lawler, Iowa, where we collaborated on shows Friday and Saturday nights, and we'll be home just long enough to get a couple of ducks in a row before heading west for the National Cowboy Poetry Gathering in Elko, Nevada. I've been tuning up some of my newer work for both events. I'm not sure this one will be quite ready. I might have to have a cheat sheet, which I don't like to do. But maybe, if I practice the newest version for you folks this morning, I will have it one step closer to being presentation ready. This is a much shorter version of a poem that I wrote about last spring's altercation with my former horse. Not sure of the title yet, but I'm thinking I might call it Convictions and Consequences. The last young horse I'd ever need. My plan for the sorrel steed that we would go together and reach our trail's end. In 20 more trips around the sun when cow chasing days are done, I'd hoped to make the journey with one I thought of as a friend. Our relationship had gotten rocky, and I now, far from cocky, more than anything wanted this to work. That's why I had ignored the warning she had given me that morning. No days off given just because she wants to be a jerk. Extra time and warm-up was applied before mounting for the ride, striving for a mutual understanding. She was intent to battle, and soon bones would break and rattle, most of the damage done before my landing. I wasn't reaching for my night latch or thinking this might be a mismatch. I was sliding my hand down the rein to bring her head around. Was that pain or hatred in her eye? The intensity I could not deny. The last thing I remembered before memories went aground. I was standing when they found me. An odd sight my crew did see. The mare stood waiting just a few feet away. Perhaps the day's greatest cost was the trust forever lost. Along with confidence a surgeon's skill could not allay. Another cowboy younger for the contest now did hunger. The sorrel was still working at that day's closing scene, while this cowboy, gurney-bound, 200 miles east was found, bouncing across the tracks in River City, flying high on ketamine. If wrongs we are counting, it was not in the mounting, but the conviction that bailing out is never right. It's a common thread of mind among the cowboy kind. If we're still in the saddle, then we're still in the fight. Thanks for riding along on Homegrown this morning. Hoping that the Lord blesses you real good today, that He is raining on your place, and that our happy trails cross again soon. I'm R.P. Smith.